Hi, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on between you and your person at this time. So for you, all right, we have the Seven of Swords and we have treachery. Now, Seven of Swords can be sneaky. It can be, you know, duplicitous. It can be something going on behind this. And for some of you, this is going to be true. There is something being hidden from you or something that you are going to discover about your person that needs to be discovered. Now, your person... Okay, all right, so we have the Four of Pentacles and we have greed. So they could have Capricorn in their chart as well. I think this is the third decanate of Capricorn. We've got greed. Here's the deal. There are very few people, and this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. I'm going to clarify these cards for each of you, and then I'm going to look for guidance for each of you, and of course, how this is going to affect your physical relationship. It's human nature to want to look at someone and judge them as if they have they know what they're doing, okay? Greed, insecurity, lack, scarcity, all of these things are deep intergenerational trauma responses, okay? And I don't think your person is actually greedy per se, but I think there's just a part of them that needs to be healed when it comes to their lack of confidence or their lack of self-worth, okay? It may come across as prioritizing money and material things over love, okay? It doesn't make them a bad person, but it does make them... It doesn't make them a bad person, but it may not make them a fit for you right now. They may have to learn that about themselves. And if you are in a divine connection or true twin flame, there may be aspects of your self-worth that need to come up, because the treachery is always mirrored back in some way. If this isn't a divine connection or twin flame connection, this may be something that you can let go of, because no matter how loving you are or how amazing you are, you may not be able to heal that for them. They have to heal that for themselves, okay? That's going to be for a small group of you. Again, it's not for everyone, so don't take it for what it is if that doesn't resonate. If it doesn't feel good, it's probably not for you, okay? Now let's clarify this treachery, because I feel like sometimes we need to see the worst version of the person in order to determine if that's who we want to participate in life with, okay? And sometimes our mind makes it worse for us, creating all of these scenarios that don't necessarily jive with the truth of the situation, which relies around conscious intention. If they're not conscious enough and they don't know what they're doing, it's not your job to fix it for them, but it may not be personal to you, okay? So let's get some more. What do we got with this treachery? Yeah. So we've got the rebel, okay? There's going to be a part of you that wants to run with this separative narrative, us versus them, they're worse than me, they're bad, I'm good, right? But there's this huge part of you that needs harmony. So your only job at this time when it comes to your person is to recognize where you're separating yourself from them through judgment or assumption, and reconcile that within you, whatever that's going to look like, okay? It could be your belief systems. It could be the black and white of things, the right and wrong. Whatever is causing you disharmony is something that's trying to get your attention because it needs to move out. It no longer serves you in any way, okay? And your person is going to bring that out in you. So your person, let's get some, and even though that's not even guidance, yeah, there's something here. We have beyond illusion and a new vision, okay? So how you might be seeing them could be filtered through your trauma and wounding. You might be assuming that this one thing means all these other things when it might not, okay? And your job isn't to figure that out with them. It's to figure that out within you as to where your perception is coming from. Even though this isn't a guidance piece, this is an extension of what this treachery is all about. Something is coming up in your peripheral so that you can reconcile it within yourself, okay? Your person is doing that for you, whatever they're doing. But I think there's so much more that you just don't know about your person. And I feel like this is for people, these aren't people that are actually in a relationship. This is people that you're maybe viewing or watching or whatever. There's something, this isn't necessarily for people who are together. This is for people that are in separation and maybe don't know everything that's going on in their daily life, okay? But this is how we get to reconciliation. This is how we heal the separation within ourselves, where we create these narratives and these stories because we think we know. And here's the deal. For some of you, you're going to have these resistance, this rejection. You're wanting to reject your person, but maybe you need to in order to focus on yourself. Whatever that looks like. I can only really... It's so, because I can feel the mind trying to make it be something, but I feel the heart trying to expand into love. So it's a very interesting dichotomy. Okay, so for you, opposition, recognizing the opposition within yourself. Where do your beliefs tell you that you're in opposition? Where do your beliefs about relationships, about behavior, about, if you have beliefs, like, let's say if someone does this, that automatically makes them a bad person, that's a really strong opposing belief. It's going to create rejection and separation, especially if your person is doing things that you believe make them a bad person. But there's so much, the humanness in us is so complex. This isn't, and if you're dealing with a narcissist, this probably isn't the reading for you. Okay, this is not about narcissistic relationships or even karmic relationships. This is about real love that is triggering the wounding to come up, because the wounding creates separation. Okay, for your person, keeping still. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stressors in their life right now, and they're really truly being guided to. I'm going to have to pull these in a little bit. They're being guided to sit still and sit with themselves, not project or onto other people, and some of them may reject their feminines at this time because they need to be able to sort themselves out without any kind of interference. So I feel like there could be a disconnect for some of you watching with your person. Maybe they've gone radio silence even in the energy. But they kind of have to do that in order to come back to themselves. It's important that they do, okay? Very interesting. All right, so how does this affect the physical relationship? Yeah, recognizing what you're attached to and how that attachment affects your ability to be in a relationship. If you're attached to certain beliefs or certain rules or regulations, it may make things harder in a relationship. So I think that's going to be really interesting. Yes, see, like thinking things would just be better if someone behaved better. But the irritation, the issue is within the person, and your person's they're looking at their own attachments to things and seeing how it's affecting their ability to behave or make decisions. Like, this is a very deeply inward time for the two of you. So anytime you're triggered or irritated, honor that. I don't like this. Why don't you like this? What does it mean to you? Is that true about everything? Really lean into the selves. I hope this helped. Sending you all lots of love, and take care.